Good evening, everyone. It's that time. We go again. We go again indeed. And welcome along to my YouTube stream. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone's doing well. So let's get on with take 2 of round 4 of the GT World Series Nations Cup. And this is my second attempt of the Formula 3500 race at Suzuka. So hopefully a much better outcome this time, and after what qualifying looked to be tough from my side, which it was at that occasion, made some places, lost some places, and I've kept on going till the end. And I thought, you know what, I'll just go again once more. Not only because I want to actually try and get to a certain target if I can, but to also enjoy the process, enjoy the sound of the noisy, naturally aspirated V12 Formula racing cars from the early 90s, and I hope everyone's doing good as well. And let's enter the 8 o'clock slot. So obviously, and we'll just get into see what happens, kind of thing, and we'll just go from there. Just a bit of a wheel spin out of there, but got a bit throttle happy out of the hairpin. Oh, a bit wide there. Alright, we'll just get it together now. Get it together. And that's a half-second penalty for track limits, of course. You see how much of a difference this makes about whilst with the half-second penalty, then drops you back about quite a bit. especially the amount of power that goes onto the braking system in these Formula cars. Hook the inside line to get a 32.9. 32.9. I'm feeling a lot better now if I set to 32.9. Definitely get that replay saved so I can look back on, you know, when you go down to many updates later, then so just to exit that momentarily, see what happens. Having got the that saved. So what's happening with the event schedule? Obviously, I'll just enter before I forget. So what's happening there is you can see with the race details of there's 18 minutes qualification, which is what's happening as well. There's also, as I was mentioning on the other stream, fuel consumption rate and tyre wear rate is set to 1. With 12 laps, of course. Grid start with 4-star check as well. No minimum pit stops, just an all-out sprint race. And soft tyres is the only compound tyre compounds you can use. So obviously that's what's happening for those who are yet to do a race in the Formula cars. Obviously, as I just did a 32.9, I thought, you know what, I've got some pace in that thing. So it's just putting it all together. Do you know what I mean? Putting it all together, depending which part of the track I'm in and what track conditions are. And so, just like to see who else is going live. There's actually a couple, actually. So may as well just have a breather for a moment and probably get a chance to go for a quick toilet break. So I'll be 2 secs. And I'm back. I'm back. Good luck to those who are taking part of the 4th round of the GT World Series online qualifiers in the Formula 3500 at Suzuka. Not sure who I'm going to be racing against, but we will find out in any moment. So we've got some company for sure. We've got Happy in there. And we've got Muscafy as well. See how many points do I get well, for the win? 311, so that's a lot on this one. And anywhere in the top 8, as I always say to myself, and it's just anywhere in the top 8, happy days. So that's a couple. The Muscafy, for those who don't know, Muscafy has a channel for those who like to go and check him out. $18 qualification has begun. Good luck, everyone. So I've got some drivers out, and obviously with me being one of the last of the few also. First flying lap I'm underway. Now. So close enough to the mid-30s, so let's see what I can do next time around or two. Whoopsie daisies. Lost it on the back end, but just have a little breather there. So I've got a Ferrari behind me, I think. No, he's just gently bringing the tyres together. And I'm just properly getting on with whatever I need to do. So I'll just let this person by. And we go again. Bit of wheel spin out of the hairpin. Hopefully that's not done me too much harm. Into the low 33s, which is some improvement. Currently P5 at the moment. A few attempts down. Oh, lost it. But have a little breather there. Ah, these cars are so tough to keep hold of for sure. So I'm going to have a quick toilet break before while this is going off. So it'll be 2 secs. And I'm back. So now's the time, I think, to go out with new tyres. Not just yet, though, because I just need to let these people by whilst looking on the track map that they're just approaching 130R, some of them. Might as well just get on with it while I can. I just got a car behind as well, so just give way to the person on the fast lap. Adjust my brake balance as well. And let's go again. Squeezy, welcome along, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're well, my friend. Let's see what sector time can I get on sector 2. Big improvement on that one. Just need to put it together on the chicane. Oh, close enough to the 32. One more lap now. see what Sector 2's like. Or Sector 3, I should say, according to this game. Oh, pretty close to beating my personal best, but P5 for now. P5 for now. So I'm 5/10 off the pole sitters, so the qualifying was much better than the first attempt, and obviously not far off the 32 marker that I set early on. So Kev gets pole position momentarily. So I've got Catfish obviously in P4, then official 001, Matty B and sharing the top 4 respectively, with Kev still on pole. And Muscafy P14. And there's 15 of us, and I always said to myself that anywhere in the top 8, job is a good one. Especially in these race cars, they are so not easy to handle for sure. So hopefully we have a much better outcome this time round. But it's just putting it together, which is another thing for sure. Well, just gonna keep my nose clean, keep mistakes to as minimum as possible, staying out of trouble, and job will be a good one. Thank you, Squeezy. Very much appreciated. And of course, let's play the music for the nations. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Let's do this. And there's Happy in P8. And there's Muscafy in P14. Good luck. Good luck to you out there, and good luck to those who are taking part on this one. Ah, that was a push to pass on that one. It's only first lap, but a long way to go. Oh, Moscati has had a moment, unlucky buddy. Yes, Moscati's not happy with somebody's driving. Moscati's not happy with somebody's driving. Another casualty as well. And somebody's about to serve a 3-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags or something. Bloody hell! Crashes everywhere you see. So we started 5th, made our way back up to P5 somehow. Crazy, crazy first lap. Good evening, Indian Stig. Welcome along, my bro. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope all is well from your end too. And this is turning out to be a much unexpected better outcome. Just before I lost it and gained it back somehow within a lap. You should see like how crazy my race was, Stig. Because the first lap were proper bonkers. I'm going to send it around the outside, because why not? How about that for around the outside? Fernando Alonso 2005, right there for you. Around the outside at 130R. Absolute bonkers. Traction out of that corner just to be sure I have enough of a pull to go and hold off on P4. Yeah, he had to go for it. I saw him go at it. Still within the slip of the Portuguese. Just need to get close to him if I can. Obviously got Dr. Greg's in for company as well. And Dr. Greg's is getting closer in the battle for P5, where I'm currently holding. I could see P3 up the road. That is happy. Must have lost a bit of touch or something from the top two. So the Portuguese and Dr. Greggs are getting closer to P3, as P3 is losing a bit of pace, as it seems. Bloody hell, that was a big crash. Well, I say, enough of a crasher to get punted off big style. And Greggs is getting involved in a scrap with Happy, who is not feeling happy with the pressure he's being piled on. Whoa, look at that, wheel to wheel, 130R. They're still fighting. Look at that! Through goes Danny C! We're in P4 now. I don't think I got much pace to catch up Dr. Greggs. but I'm certainly doing my best to try and pull off best I can. Last lap now. We're almost there. Smooth throttle input from my end. I'll take on P4. A much better result than the first attempt. We got there. We got there in the end. GG's to Happy and Mustafi as well, who managed to get the P10 at the end. Thank you, Stig. Very much appreciated. A great recovery somehow. And I thought that we weren't going to make any progress in the lap one, but I managed to get back to where I started and at the end of lap one. So I'll take home a P4. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. One place up from my spot, so happy days. Let's grab the replay. I'd just like to see how the races pan out. So So that got me 272 on that one. So that, of course, is I've managed to, although that I've been shoved off by somebody, but then obviously made no excuses. I just had to get head down, focus on the task in hand, because I always sensed that the first lap were going to be carnaged. So obviously I had traction control, as 4 other people did. Obviously some that chose first and some that chose second. I've gone first. One of them had the foot brake on. So did Matty. And Muscafi obviously had the brake on as well. So I got off to a really good start also, and I just like to see how I managed to get. Oh, it was an Italian in the Ferrari, along with Dr. Griggs in the Jaguar. So that, of course, the Constatira effect, and I just like to see how Mustafi managed to. Oh, it's that Spanish guy. So somebody rejoined up front, and it was Happy, who was obviously getting pushed a bit from behind by the Catfish guy. Yeah, so therefore that Happy obviously IKEA when got punted off also. So it's like one of the classic first lap incidents where. Yeah, just like to see from my angle on how I rejoined it, and it was a classic first lap incident, which obviously that person lost the plot, and Marco obviously did a push to pass on Muscafi, which obviously that's a no on that one. And I had to make the overtake as quick as I possibly could. And then you see how the British driver obviously did give Mustafi a bit of a nudge. But then, of course, been awarded a 3-second time penalty for causing a collision with a car at front. Which obviously, at that point, it made no odds to Mustafi. However, the Italian just sent one in and just pushed him off, and with rage and fury, and obviously very sorry to see that Muscafi brother. So in that case, I just had to send it around the outside. I had no time to waste and no to lose. So something's happened up front with Matty, and Kev was obviously he just went off. It went off on his own on the AstroTurf and spun into the gravel. Nightmare of a start for some people, of course. Oh, and Greg's is obviously went off as well. Well, I was trying to go for the overtake on the Polyphony digital racing car livery. Went on the grass and obviously just had to spin himself out to avoid clashing with the other car. So something happened further up front, and Kev obviously went off on an adventure. There we go. So Kev obviously lost it on his own, having touched a bit of grass, and then had to correct the steering, of course, and then yeah, that's what happened to Kev. Just lost it on his own. Poor man. Yeah, and that was very, very desperate from Jorge, to send one on the inside, which obviously there's just no need for that. There's just no need to send it to whilst stuff like that happens, and it's just bonkers, absolute bonkers. Even the Italia had a moment as well. So he just slid off, cut the corner massively, and then respawned back to the entry of the chicane. Yeah, which literally threw off his rhythm, really. So we're going to the that moment where obviously that I was setting myself up, and Silva was feeling the pressure already, and I'm piling the pressure on. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to go left or am I going to right? And there we have it. 197, 98 mile an hour around the outside at 130R. Fernando Alonso 2005 right there for you. On Michael Schumacher. This is taking me back to those years when times were much simpler and the racing was much exciting also, and crazy. Obviously, I was getting harassed by the Portuguese as he made the move stick also. So he was gaining, and he thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. Still, gave him just enough room, and the Dr. Greg somewhere. Made the move onto turn 1 as well. Same corners where Silva has made the move on turn 1. And then we keep going further forward as well. See the clashing between the Portuguese and the British driver. Oh no. So what happened was as Happy was losing their traction out of the corner and struggling with grip. Obviously, I mean, this is the thing that when you it's a similar sort of move as to when you go for the move on the right hand side on the right hander before the hairpin. Obviously, there was just enough space about it. It's just controlling the keeping the car on the ground, which is another thing. And that, of course, it's one of them things where it's just, yeah, hard one to take, really, in all honesty. And obviously, great respect between Happy and Dr. Greggs in the battle for P4. Obviously, Greggs had to concede having did a little nudge on the French driver. And still hanging it around the outside. Happy just has to concede and fight for another day. And Greggs goes through. And you can see Happy's struggling. I just had to keep my car in third gear. Do the switcheroo. And through goes Danny C on the French driver. How about that for an overtake on the inside? Out to the fast left-hander. And I've got the move done just like that. And power out of the corner. So, and that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was my second attempt of round 4 of the GT World Series Nations Cup, and brought home a P4. You see, there's no surprise to me that the three of them up front are much better tyres on the front itself, because their fronts alone are much better than the Mines and Happy's, having not run any rate balance other than just 0. So there you have it. There you have it. So I'm going to go to the Escapes movies and draw close to the stream. And I just want to say thank you very much to those of you who stuck around and obviously spared a moment to say hello while I'm on the go. And we got a result. Start at P4, start at P5. Obviously dropped down like flies after the turn 2, which I thought there was a push capacitor going off also, and then I didn't stop there, as I just had to keep my head down and focus on the task I had, and to be sure that just get me sent back up further up to the to other people's misfortunes in the first lap, and got back to P5 a bit in the end of the first lap, and some good overtaking as well, and then just kept very much most of the time, just calm, collected as you like, and yeah, so I'll take home a P4 and 1 place gain. So that's jobs are good. I always said that anywhere the top 8 is still good, and of course even better getting close to a podium. So that's something to take away from this 4th round of the campaign. I will be live once more on Tuesday for some open lobbies around 7:50 UK time. Not deciding on a certain group category, car category I should say. Anybody liking this content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and push the notification button as well. And I just want to spare a moment to wish you all a very good evening, whatever you're up to. Most of all, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'm going to be watching the Formula 1 now, as the traditional qualifying is on now. So have a great one, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.